Hey, it's Scott McKenzie with Industrial Talk. Iris is the global leader in electrical maintenance safety, delivering technologies that let team inspect energized equipment safely, using closed panel condition-based monitoring to reduce risk and downtime. Their patented infrared and ultrasonic inspection windows make it possible to detect issues early, boosting reliability and protect the people who keep the operations running. If improving safety and avoiding unplanned failures is your mission, Iris has the solution to get you there. Learn more at iris.com.
Welcome to the Industrial Talk Podcast with Scott McKenzie. Scott is a passionate industry professional dedicated to transferring cutting-edge, industry-focused innovations and trends while highlighting the men and women who keep the world moving. So put on your hard hat, grab your work boots, and let's go.
All right, once again, welcome to Industrial Talk. Thank you very much for joining the #1 industrial-related podcast in the universe that celebrates industry professionals just like you. You know why? Because you're bold, you're brave, you dare greatly, you collaborate, you're solving problems, you're making the world a better place. That's why we celebrate you. That's why you are the heroes in Industrial Talk. All right. We're on site right now. PowerGen is the event. It is in San Antonio, Texas. And I got to tell you, it is a collection of absolute wonderful problem solvers. They are focused on you and your success. And speaking of that, in the hot seat, we have a gentleman by the name of Max Meegan. He is head of sales, North America. Is Mexico?
Mexico's included. Okay.
Just want to make sure, get the geographics right. FPT is the company. We're going to be talking a little bit about what they're doing here and a little bit about FPT and a little bit about Max. So let's get it cracking. All right. As I coached him before we started, I start out with, hey, having a good show?
Having a fantastic show.
Absolutely. You knocked it out of the park on that one. Why has it been good?
It's been great. I mean, the collaboration that we have with all of our customers, other potential customers, OEMs that we're meeting here, seeing what the industry trends are. It's been a really great show, and we've been having meetings nonstop.
Yeah. Is this the first time you were here?
No, absolutely not. So we've been actually...
No, not you. I'm saying...
Me personally.
You.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm an old-timer. I've been here, I think this is about my 4th or 5th show.
Do you think this show is a little bit bigger?
I think this year it's definitely bigger than previous years.
You know what I heard? I heard that this used to be a really gargantuan show. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, and it sort of tapered off, maybe COVID or whatever.
I was going to say, I think COVID's kind of the time. I remember, me, not necessarily, so I've been with FPT for about 12 years, but I only joined the commercial team about 5 years ago. So I know that we've been coming as FPT to PowerGen for almost 7-8 years now. Right before COVID, it was a huge show. And then I think you see all those trade shows shrinking a little bit around COVID, but it seems like it's picking up. Year over year, it's growing, and it's been great.
I don't know how you can avoid, especially in the world of power generation and what the market is demanding. Mm-hmm. I don't see how you can not, or how you can avoid something like this.
No,
and
absolutely.
Being able to interact with people who are looking for true solutions to, and I'm sure you're dealing with it. And you're dealing with it in such a way they're saying, hey, I need power yesterday, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I got you. Let's put a little reason on that. So, all right, before we get into the conversation, give us a little background on Max and why you're such an incredible professional.
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually have a technical background. I have an engineering degree, and I started, like I said, with FPT about 12 years ago. So I started doing quality engineering, taking apart diesel engines.
Hold it. Let's just do the math. Max started when he was maybe 8.5, and now senior, so he's 18. Jeez. Go ahead. Continue.
Not quite.
Yeah.
No, so I started in a quality engineering group. So we would take diesel engines apart, do root cause failure analysis down to the last bolt, and put it back together. So with that experience, I was really able to learn the FPT product inside and out, literally. Then I turned over to our commercial team, but I was in a group called Customer Management, where we would do technical integration with our customers and help develop the FPT engine into their product. Then I loved working with external customers. I, had some people skills, so I moved over to sales in about 2021, and it's, ever since, it's been great.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Well done, Max. Your people skills are shining through.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Now, for the listeners, let's dive into FPT. Give us a little overview of what your company does, and then we're going to dive into that problems or the challenges that FPT is solving.
Yeah, sure. So FPT is Fiat Powertrain Technologies. We're the diesel engine manufacturers, and actually we're one of the largest diesel engine manufacturers on the planet. We build about 300,000 to 400,000 diesel engines from on-road, off-road, marine, and power generation segments. So we also have one of the largest product portfolios from a diesel engine manufacturer, from anywhere 30 kilowatt up to almost 800 kilowatt.
How long has FPT been in business?
Well, let's say FPT as a brand is a relatively new brand, so maybe only about 20 years. But we go back to the Iveco days, to the Fiat days, so we as an engine builder have been around for almost 100 years.
So you're an engine building company.
Correct.
So then let's say I'm a generator. You're not doing generation.
No,
you do the engines.
We do the engines, and our customers are the generator OEMs.
See, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so they come to you and they're saying, hey, I need an engine. Are you finding it difficult to satisfy or to respond to the demand that the market is placing on your solutions?
Difficult.
Supply chain, the value chain, the chain.
I'd say the difficulty, our approach is to try to be as flexible and offer our customers as many different options as we can. So we offer everything from unregulated engines for export, Tier 3 engines for emergency stationary in North America, Tier 4 final for mobile and prime power and rental, okay? Then we also offer all sorts of different packaging, from just a bare engine if a customer wants to source all the components, you mentioned supply chain, source all the components themselves and put it together, or we offer complete package from radiator to air cleaner to with Tier 4 final. All that after treatment system assembled coming from the factory is one drop-in solution.
You pretty much covered everything on that, right?
Yeah.
There's nobody comes up to you and say, hey, I want to do it this way. I'm sorry, man.
We have a solution for everybody.
Yeah, clearly you do. Does FPT provide sort of that ongoing maintenance as well? Let's say I have your, maybe it's through the OEM. Maybe, I don't know. It probably is and probably is not. It probably you guys do everything in between. But to be able to provide that maintenance of that asset.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, it's one of the things that when we sign on a new customer or a genset OEM, we determine what level of service they want. We have options from them being completely self-servicing, where they could develop their own service network and manage all that service as themselves through their dealers, or we have a standing service network throughout North America that they could bring that engine, if there's some problem with it, they could bring it to one of our service networks and have all the certain service and maintenance completed through our locations.
But you can go out there and do the maintenance and services out there on site, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Or they bring it to one of our local service dealers.
How many service dealers do you have?
Oh, that's a good question. I'd say somewhere around 300 to 400 across North America, but we'd have to double check on the exact number, but let's say close to that.
I'm not going to use AI and say, okay, here.
You're not going to fact check me on that.
No, that's pretty much, I'll just take you at your word by any stretch of the imagination. So let's talk challenges. What are you seeing specifically in the market for FPT? I've had a number of conversations with a number of individuals here at this particular event. Mm-hmm. What is your view of what maybe some of the challenges FPT is looking at in the marketplace?
Well, I'd say maybe two come to mind. The first one is going to be with rental and prime power gensets, all right? And so typically the challenge with that is, let's say you have a 200 kilowatt genset. It goes onto a rental yard. The rental yard's going to rent whatever they have available there. Somebody might only need 20 kilowatt, 30 kilowatt, and now you have this huge oversized genset. Problem is when you underload a generator, that causes some issues with the after treatment system and reliability of the components. So we actually developed a technology to address that number one concern that people have with rental or prime power gensets and underloading. And that our after treatment system, we have an exhaust brake or an exhaust flap where if it senses it's being underloaded, it puts a back pressure on the engine and almost puts an artificial load to make sure that you don't have any of those reliability issues that many of our competitors run into every single day.
I didn't know that. Well, I don't know a lot of things, and I didn't know that one. It just sort of hit me by the... So that's an interesting challenge. So we have a rental market.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an increase in demand for those rental assets?
I think you're going to see rental growing year over year. I mean, there's always going to be construction needs. I think that's a division or a PowerGen market that's continuously growing.
Yeah, I see just in general the market itself. I think there's a renaissance. I think there is and I always try to follow the money. I think there's a greater amount of passion for capital, figuring out how to deploy that capital, which then also means, expansions and construction projects and so on and so forth. It just seems to me that there will be a greater demand for the solutions that you can provide.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, when you look at a rental yard too, uptime is key. If the machine's not running, that rental yard's not making money. So they want to find the solution that is the most reliable, that addresses the biggest concerns that they have, and that's why we've been extremely successful over the last few years. We're growing a lot in this segment.
What other areas do you see that are creating some sort of interesting challenges?
Well, I think the other one that you walk around the show here, everyone's talking about data centers.
Data centers? No way!
Oh my gosh! I know.
Here I have to be honest. It's sort of refreshing because other shows talk about AI. They don't go data centers. They just talk about AI. Okay, there you go. I'm glad we're not talking AI. We're talking, of course, data centers about that. Go ahead.
No problem. I mean, it's always the amount of power demands that we're seeing with data center is just growing every single day, right?
And they want it. They want it yesterday.
Exactly. They want it yesterday. And the problem is when you look at the big engines that those data centers need, 1 meg, 2 meg, 3 meg, the lead times in the supply chain on those is so far out. They're booked out 4 years. You're never going to get the engine. So what we're seeing now is our range, like I said, we're probably from 30 kilowatt up to 600 or 700 kilowatt. Customers are going and actually putting smaller generators in parallel to meet those higher power demands. And our lead times are short, 5-6 months from the factory. If we receive an order today versus 4 years out for those 1-2 meg engines, you could take 4 of our engines, put them in parallel. 6 months, you have your solution done.
Huh. See, that's interesting. You know what it reminds me of? So this is obscure, but follow the logic, please.
All right.
So traffic lights. They used to be just single bulbs. Burn out, done. LED. That's where we're going with the generation. Do you agree?
Absolutely, 100%. You could take one engine, you have to take it out for service. It's modular.
Yes.
It's easy to swap out versus you have a 2 meg engine that goes down, you're dead in the water. You lose.
See? We're solving problems there. Absolutely. See, and I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
And it's not that difficult to put them in parallel.
No, not at all. It's easy. It's normal practice. They do it today, even not with data centers, but even if you're on a rental job and you need power, you can tie 3 or 4 rental mobile generators together. It's been done for years.
Oh, I like that. That's exciting. It is. It's exciting stuff. Anything else that we have not covered that we need to be covering that you need to express from FPT?
No, I mean, I'd say, again, our biggest advantage is that exhaust brake and our after-treatment system. I'd say that's our other main differentiator, is that after-treatment system. So I'll give you a little bit of history here, okay?
Please.
So, when all engine manufacturers were running Tier 2 or Tier 3, EPA said, okay, we're going to go to Tier 4 interim and eventually Tier 4 final, right? A lot of engine manufacturers tried to avoid introducing urea and DEF systems and SCR systems because it's a new technology. People were afraid of it, right? So other manufacturers on the route of, okay, let's put EGR, exhaust gas recirculation, and let's put a DPF or a diesel particulate filter that inherently makes the engine efficiency lower, but you avoid that SCR system, right?
Right.
FPT was one of the only manufacturers that went the opposite route to say, okay, rather than putting EGR and a DPF on an engine that makes it less efficient, you have to burn fuel to go through a regen. Regenning, you're putting the machine out of service for 30 minutes to an hour while it cleans itself. Why don't we go the other route? Say, let's make the most optimized fuel combustion strategy. All that fuel is producing power. What that means is that we produce almost no particulate matter.
Wow.
So we don't need a DPF.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. So we produce no particulate matter. And now with stage 5 even, we don't need a DPF, which every other manufacturer is putting a DPF on their engine. We can get away with a passive filter, no active regeneration, and we're one of the only engines on the market that can do that. So that's why we're seeing our Stage 5 technology widely adopted in North America. A lot of customers are looking for that alternative so they don't have that DPF that's going through regen and putting the machine out of service.
You're a Gatling gun of just information and insights. You like this stuff, don't you?
I love it.
No way. How do people get a hold of you, Max?
I'm on LinkedIn. Reach out anytime, all right?
He was coached to say that. Because, that's where you go. I know that's where you go. You want to look at Max. You want to see what he's doing. We're going to have all the contact information for Max out on Industrial Talks. You were fantastic, Max. Thank you very much for being on the show. All right, once again, we are broadcasting from PowerGen here in San Antonio, Texas. And you get people like Max. They're all over the place. Maybe not as smart as Max, but there he is.
You're too kind.
There you go. And again, he's only 18, and he has all this stuff. He's amazing. All right, we're going to wrap it up on the other side. Stay tuned. We will be right back.
You're listening to the Industrial Talk Podcast Network.
All right. That's Max Meegan. I'm looking at his stat card. FPT Industrial. What that stands for? It's on his stat card right there. Fiat Powertrain Technologies. I didn't know that. I was just using FPT in the conversation. I'm better because of him, because of his insights, because of what they were doing at PowerGen. Again, and I'm going to say it again and again, the power generation market is absolutely on fire. In a good sense, not a bad sense. In a good sense, because we need more power. We need solutions. And it is touching every aspect of the market and society. And if you're looking to get into a market or a business or whatever, power generation, that's a must. Put this one on your calendar. All right. Be bold, be brave, dare greatly. Hang out with Max. Change the world. We're going to have another great conversation coming from PowerGen shortly, so stay tuned.